everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make my clay pins using polymer clay from Sculpey. Here I am trying to knead and combine the clay into one piece. This rolling pin comes in handy because it has these silicone rings on the ends which allow me to get whatever I'm rolling perfectly leveled. I then use an X-Acto knife to cut out the shapes I want. It helps to use something like a card to pick up the pin, but I'm using a metal rib because it's super thin. Now I'm just repeating the process for my jewelry tray. I rolled out a string of clay and now I am blending it into the base. The most time-consuming thing about working with clay is smoothing everything out, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm using acrylic paint and paint markers for the details. So, something I wanted to talk about is toxic perfectionism and how I'm doing so far on this journey to overcome it. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I've talked about this before. It's something that I've suffered for the past year. Art has always been my passion, and now that I've started my own business, a lot of anxieties have come with it. It seems like I'm stuck in this cycle of feeling great when I sketch, procrastinate coloring because I accidentally get distracted for a few hours or even a few days, and once the piece is finally done, I stare at it wondering if I really am finished. I noticed that I was looking for imperfections, to the point that it's unhealthy. Instead of improving my artwork, I was actually hindering my growth because it stopped me from sharing my work and really slowed down how much I was producing. Burnout is a whole nother thing, but in this sense, I kept pushing to make a few perfect pieces when in reality, you have to make a bunch of imperfect pieces. By doing this, you can learn from your mistakes, but even then, there are no mistakes, just new opportunities, as my middle school art teacher once said. Thank you, Mr. Shulky. I took a wheel throwing class in my last semester of college, and since then, I've really enjoyed working with clay. I realized I needed a break from digital art, so I decided to make some pins and trays for fun, and it's really helped me with my perfectionism. At the time, the perfectionist in me wanted to make everything as perfect as I could. You can spend time smoothing everything out and it will pay off, but I quickly got lazy, and this forced me to embrace those imperfections. Whether there's a lot or a few, it just makes everything much more unique and personal, which I came to really love. I used E6000 to glue the butterfly clasp off camera, and now I'm using resin to give the pins a glossy finish, but you're more than welcome to use a varnish or just leave it as is. Once I have a thin layer, I cure it in my UV LED lamp for the instructed time. Back to what I was saying, in this age of the internet and Instagram sucking the creativity out of artists with these unrealistic expectations to produce, it can get really hard to have that inspiration, motivation, and sense of individuality. I catch myself comparing my work to others all the time, so it helped me a lot to take a break from social media for a few days. If you're following me, then you know that sometimes I disappear for a week or even 2 weeks. It's a lot longer than I intend, but each time I come back, I always feel so refreshed and basically like a whole new person. It gives me the time to do other things, and it also gives me a break from this constant pressure that I'm sure we all feel. I'll probably get into burnout in another video, but the social media break has really helped me get back in touch with my work. If you want me to make another video sharing some tips I'm currently using, please comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.